Sup, loungers? It's a nice day out. Dad's already outside, and he looks really bored. Gotta love that social distancing life. Why don't we go see how he's holding up with all of it? What's up, Dad?
Hey.
I see you got fire going.
Yep. It was chilly out this morning. Now it's warm.
Yeah, the sun's pretty warm. It's a pretty nice day out.
What are you doing?
Just out here.
I was just on Twitter. Hey, welcome to the lounge, all my fellow loungers, chillers, bowlers, and grillers.
You didn't need to do that. I already did an intro.
Huh?
I figured that I'd just do an intro real quick, so you didn't need to do one.
Well, your intros aren't any good. Is there a spot on the camera?
It's there.
Yeah. Looks like there is. Well, guys,
Let's go from this end.
This is the new life. This is the new norm. I'm bored as crap right now. I was going to say a different word, but I'm bored as crap. And a lot of people can sit there and say, hey, there's a lot of things that you could do around the yard and everything. And at least I have a yard, right? Because some people have a really small backyard and they can't even do anything outside. But
Or an apartment.
Or an apartment, yeah, right. So we are blessed in that respect. But it's like, it was cold and kind of damp this morning. There's a lot of painting I need to get done. Can't do it during that time. But we have done some stuff around the house and everything. But yeah, so people could be out there saying, well, where's Joe at? Where is Joe?
That's a good question. Where is Joe?
Okay. The last video you guys watched was, we were kind of doing a little spoof off of when Weber coughed, because Weber coughed and we were all like, oh, so then we did a little spoof on that, kind of. Unfortunately, I got sick. Now, I didn't blame everybody else, because I don't think it was them, because everybody at my work got sick. So I sent them all home right afterwards, and I said, you know what? This is serious. Now, Weber did cough. He really did have a dry cough, so we thought that he was sick, but I don't really think I got what he got, because he got fine after that, and I've been sick for, how long ago was that?
Week and a half at this point?
I think it's, no, you know what? It'll be 14 days as of tomorrow or Wednesday, because I'm going back to work on Wednesday. So that's almost 2 weeks that it's happened. See, you guys don't understand that, because we videotape stuff and we don't put it up until way later, because that's how we do, because we have to put everything up through the editor and everything so that it doesn't get demonetized and all that bull crap. So everything goes up late.
It's a process. There we go. It's a big, long process that takes a lot more time than you probably think it does, even if it doesn't look like much was actually done to the video itself from what you guys watch.
Right, so you guys all think that this is real time when the video comes out, but it is in fact always. So I want you all to know that we have been practicing quarantining ourselves, for me, because I actually got sick. What happened was I wound up getting a sore throat, and then it got progressively a little bit worse than that. I only got a low-grade fever. I never had anything that's really bad. Every now and then you'll hear me
It still sounds really nasty.
Cough a little bit. A little bit of head congestion, not much, but it's almost completely gone. I feel 100%, or else I wouldn't be having any. I just had some for the first time, I think, was it yesterday or 2 days ago? I had one or two.
And meanwhile, my schedule's entirely thrown off, because he's normally not home when I'm, you know, just getting up and doing all my whole morning routine, so he's just here.
Well, that is true. And and what was really funny is when I kicked all those guys out, I said, you guys got to go home. We can't be around each other. And Joe thought he was staying here naturally, so I told him, I said, no, dude, you got to go home. I don't care. There is no way during this kind of a thing that your wife won't let you back in the house for just whatever amount of time, whether it's couple weeks, whether it's a couple months, whether it's a half a year. I mean, they're your kids and everything else. So Joe finally went home, And I've only heard from him a little bit through, we've been texting each other and stuff like that. He said that he's staying out in the garage. So that's better than being here, the way I look at it. And I'm hoping that everything works out now, because I think that maybe the more that they're together, the more that, you know, they'll maybe have a chance to make amends and everything. So
like kind of force them together, see if they can work it out.
Yeah, so here's a little blessing that happened in the whole thing. Plus, it's a little bit more peaceful here. Although I'm kind of bored, because we were playing Mario Kart all the time and we were having a good time and everything, and now it's me. I get up relatively early.
And then he goes stomping around the house all the time, so it's just like, okay, well now I'm partially awake and not getting as good a sleep as I used to.
Yeah, and he sleeps until probably 11:15. After 11 it usually is, which isn't too bad considering he stays up really late. But now I really realized that Tom's generation, all you guys, most of you guys out there, have been practicing this for a long time, to be away from people. Having said that, I'm not used to it, and I don't really care for it too much. Now, thank goodness for Twitter, and I keep talking to friends on Twitter and everything. My wife's not even home that I can even talk to her during the week, because she's an essential worker. Now, I am going back to work on Wednesday because we are actually essential workers, because the trucking companies have to still move their stuff while we provide covers for those trucks. So we're essential. However, because I was sick, I was waiting my 14 days. My sisters are waiting their 14 days. Then we'll go back. But I want to show you guys what we've been up to. I only had a fever for what would you say, 3 days?
Yeah, something like that.
Something like 3 days off and on. This is the weirdest thing I've ever had, because it was like in the morning I could wake up and I'd be like, oh, I feel like I'm completely fine. Afternoon hits or evening hits, all of a sudden I got a fever. Never really high, 100 was the highest. And I would get congested, and I had a sore throat for 4 days. I had a runny nose. I had clogged up. I couldn't even taste my beer. I slightly taste it now, so that's a good thing. I want to show you guys what we've been up to, because I have made Tom do some work around here.
Yeah.
So
thanks a lot, Joe.
So, well, Joe did pitch in a lot though when he was here.
Yeah, I know. In between entertaining you and, you know, chipping in.
Yeah. So what we did is we cleared out. We had a lot of old dead wood right here.
You might remember it.
We cleared all that out. And what we are going to do is we're going to plant these little bushes along here. They are, I'm trying to think what they're called. I think they're lilac or something like, not lilac, something like that anyway, bushes.
They had some weird name.
Yeah, we're going to plant like 2 more of them here, so that'll be kind of cool right here. Kind of to hide our wood pile that we are actually using for, now I am going to have to cut a couple more trees down, Tom, because the, I've used half of that pile already, and that isn't seasoned yet, so I need to keep kind of rotating it. So we're going to have to cut, I want those 2 trees down over there, so we'll do that and cut it all up and split it, all that fun stuff and everything. So here's some other stuff that we did. I had to mow the lawn naturally, because it's that time of the year. I don't know about where you guys live, but our weather around here has been kind of crazy. It's like one day it's cold and rainy, and the next day it's nice. Right now the clouds came around, so the sun's in, and it's a little chilly right now. But probably about half hour ago, sun was out, it was nice and warm. Go figure. So anyway, so Tom actually helped me out here, and this was a big thing out here, because this was despite everything else, our road is still noisy. Maybe not as noisy as usual. What do you think, Tom? But there's still an awful lot of traffic for people staying the heck home.
Yeah.
And that I don't get, because is there that many essential workers? Maybe. And
if they're essential workers, then why are they on the road when it's like the middle of the afternoon?
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
I understand people can have odd hours, but still.
So anyway, so I want Tom to get. Matter of fact, Tom, show him the stuff that's growing around here now. It's like spring came really early. I know that it's already spring, but I mean it came. These things are actually way bigger than they usually are this time of year, because it was a mild winter for us. But what we did, Tom and I, we cleared all this stuff. I mean, that was bad over there. Like, we had a lot of stuff growing there.
Oh yeah.
Now, and here we got another dump truck because something must be going on right now. But see, that's why I need to get back to work, because we make covers for those trucks and everything. But anyway, over here we got friendly neighbors. What we did over here is cleared all this stuff out. I want to show you this pile of stuff back here. And you might be saying, Ben, that looks like crap. That looks like crap, right? This whole big pile back here. But to tell you the truth, I need like a backhoe to move all that. There is so much stuff there. What happened was, this big giant pine tree right here, during a winter, maybe 2 winters ago, part of it broke off, came down, and my neighbor across there was so nice that he came over and shoved it all in my woods before I could actually go and take it back in my woods and cut it up. So it's like really there's some really big logs in there. I'm not touching it. What I'm doing,
There
guys,
was a lamppost though that I'm sure not very many people knew was there.
That's actually a gas lamppost, believe it or not. So a long time ago, guys, when we first moved down here, it wasn't even like that. But before we moved here, the driveway actually was all the way along here. This was the driveway for the house, all along here.
Actually, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and because there's a carport where we have a shed now, we all enclosed it. Well, actually, it was enclosed before we did that, but that was a carport where you could pull there and park. And this is where the driveway was. It was kind of weird because the driveway went down the whole length. It didn't even go out to there. It went down the whole length of this thing. That was all sand over there and everything. And then
now there was sand that explains, you know, that.
Yeah, and now, yeah. For those who aren't on Twitter, we got to show this, Tom. So when I was raking and cleaning everything up and cutting some trees down, we found a cactus. And here he is. And his name is Prickly Pete. I named him. He looked like he got a little damage down in here. It looks like something happened there. Probably I stepped on him, I'm not sure. Somebody drew a face on him, I suppose. Either that or he really has one, I'm not really sure. No, I drew a face on him. But it is funny because it's a cactus, and I never knew in New Jersey that cactus grow in New Jersey. Didn't know that. And here what it is it's kind of rare. It's a prickly pear is what it's called. If you guys want to look that up and everything, they get little flowers on them. I can't wait for a little flower I think it grows out of his head. Not really positive. But when that happens, I will definitely show you guys. But anyway, this is what we've done in this time off. What are we going to do from this point on? I have no idea.
But the weather doesn't always permit, and sometimes you want to get stuff done too early.
Yeah, too early. What do you mean, like 10 o'clock in the morning, 9 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah, it's too early.
Well, you're going to get a little break because I'm going back to work in 2 days, so.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what we'll put out. We'll do a chilling and grilling. We'll do something, and we'll do something
figure
else.
it out, but we're going to be staying safe.
But I know you guys are all feeling the same thing that we're feeling. It's crazy right now. This is a world that we don't know about. I mean, there's a lot of uncertainty and everything. But stay safe. Stay inside. Stay away from people. If you have to cough, cough inside your shirt. Cough into your elbow. Sneeze into your elbow. Sneeze into your shirt. Stay safe. Most important thing. Until next time, guys, grab yourself something cold to drink. Put your feet up and relax. I'll meet you by the fire pit or the lounge.
Isn't that the same thing?
Yeah, it's at the lounge.